Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
For the Como-Pickton Eagles with number 5, Bailey Gillis. Number 22, Peyton Hunt. And 24, Elvis Monteroso. Captains for Big Sandy is number 72, Cameron Powell. Number 50, Aaron Smith. Brennan Ranks.
Good afternoon, everybody. Keith Whitman here with Jason next to me. We are in Como-Pickton, Texas for tonight's game between the Como-Pickton Eagles and the Big Sandy Wildcats. And the captains are on the field as we speak. And it looks like we have the captain's toss going on right now. And we'll get with Jason here in a minute to talk about us who are the captains. But we'll get the toss here first and let you know who is what. And let's see what the referees are going to go. I believe that Big Sandy won the toss. And so they did. They won. They elected to receive. So Big Sandy will have it to get things going. So that's what we're going to do. Who are the captains, Jason, for the teams?
The captains for the Como-Pickton Eagles are number 22, Peyton Hunt, 24, Elvis Monteroso, and number 5, Bailey Gillis. For Big Sandy, they were number 22. Kind of threw me off because number on our roster is a little different, but 22, Aiden Hodge, 50, Aaron Smith, 55, Brennan Ferentz, and number 72, Cameron Powell.
Gotcha. So we are going to go to the field for the invocation.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. We ask that you would place your hands of protection around each player, cheerleader, band member, trainer, coach, and spectator. We ask that you give each player the courage to play this game in a manner that is pleasing to you. We ask that you would allow no injuries, and we pray for safe travels home. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Were we the only ones that said amen? Amen. Now for the Star Spangled Banner. Y'all probably paid for that. Y'all probably paid for that. We said amen.
Now can everybody rise for the national anthem by your mighty War Eagle band.
And we are back. Welcome to Ron Heflin Field here in Como-Pickton, and about ready to get this thing started. And Jason, we're in week 2 of high school football here in East Texas, and both of these teams coming off losses in week 1. But we saw we haven't seen Como-Pickton, but you and I both saw the Wildcats in the scrimmage area. They were looking okay, looking pretty good. So what do you feel about this game?
I think for Big Sandy, if they can, like I said, we saw them in scrimmage mode, so they were trying some new stuff. But if they can minimize the mistakes, they've got a quick offense, high-powered, and a very mobile quarterback in Jonathan Taylor. So if they can get him going and keep him protected long enough, he can make a lot of the good things happen for those Wildcats.
Yeah, we're going to look at some key players here in a minute before the kickoff, but we are about ready to kick off back deep for the Wildcats. I believe is number 25 is Evan is
No, that looks like 22.
Or is it
That's
22?
That's Aiden Hodge.
okay. Well, I was incorrect.
Yeah,
It happens before. It's happened once or twice.
yeah. Evan Jitjang's a little shorter.
Okay. Well, here's the kickoff, and it's going to go short. That's to Evan Jitjang, and he's going to take it, and he's taken back. He gets to about the 22, or excuse me, the 32, and that's going to take him back a couple of yards. That's where they're going to get it, and that's going to be first down and 10 for the Wildcats. Here comes the offense and the defense for the Eagles. Key players for for the Wildcats are going to be number 55, Brennan Ferentz, Evan Jitjang, Quentin Strain, and Landon Hartman. And that's provided by Coach Pullum, coach for the Wildcats.
I do like how Coach Pullum included two of those big beefy linemen.
Oh,
in
yeah.
that.
First down and 10 for the Wildcats. They're going to go from the 32. It's going to be a toss over to the running back. That's going to be Jonathan Lawrence. He's only going to take it for no gain. And that's going to put up a second down. Good defensive play. And a good job by the defense to kind of bring Lawrence back in and not let him get to that outside.
Yeah, Taylor got pressure on him really quick, so he had to throw it, I think, a little quicker and out in front, and just nothing there. Defense strung it out nicely.
Lawrence in motion to the outside. A lot of movement, and now in the backfield by himself, and he's going to stroll out there. Taylor trying to find an open lane and gets hit, and he's hit by a couple of more, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. No, he's going to stand up, but he is going to lose, and they're going to put him at the 25-yard line, looks like. And no, actually, they're going to say he went backwards and went down. They're going to put him down about, a yard shy of the line of gain. Actually, Jason, are they going to put him right at the line of scrimmage?
It looks like he got back to the original line, according to the line
So
judge.
forward progress is going to put him there. And so it'll be third down and 10. So here's Taylor. He's going to look back, has a receiver in the left hand. He kind of throws it up. That's going to be a flag. And he caught
And
the
a
ball.
catch.
That's Jitjang with the catch. And he does a fantastic job making that catch.
And I think, we talked about that during the scrimmage. Taylor will air the ball out.
Yeah.
He leaves a little too much air under it, but that was actually the perfect place for that pass. Jitjang really was the only one that had a chance at it. He came back, and all the defender could do was try to pull him down and go for the incompletion, and got neither.
And that's one of the bad things about the defender that defenders like that do is they don't turn around and look. He grabbed on for dear life and did what he had to do. Taylor in the backfield, and he hands off. That's going to be to Lawrence. Lawrence goes to the right-hand side. He's hit. He breaks a tackle, and he is hit again. That's going to be by number, I believe, 12. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, but yeah, that's going to be number 12, Brantley Shep. And he comes in for the tackle, but not after 5 yards.
Yeah, you got defensive back with Shep. Great tackle. Really had to wrap him up because we all know that Jonathan Lawrence will run tough. Great tackle, but anytime your defensive backs are making tackles, you've usually got a pretty good game there.
So we got second down and 6 for the Wildcats. And Taylor in the backfield. I believe he has Lawrence to his left. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left, and Lawrence is going to take it, but he's going to be hit in the backfield. That's going to be number 40, I believe. Sean Carpenter is going to hit him in the backfield and for a loss. Hard to see those blue numbers for Como-Pickton, so Jason's going to have to be my eyes. We have two bad eyes up here.
Yeah.
But
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was 48, and I looked, and there's no 48.
there's not a
on
48. That's what I thought too. But I believe they're going to have a loss of 2, so it's going to be 3rd down and I believe 8, maybe 7, so a loss of 1. And a flag. Oh no, got a dead ball. Yeah, going to be a flag on the play. I didn't see a flag, but I heard it. Oh, it's by the coach.
Yeah, the left defensive end on that, he was pointing it out. It looked like something
Yeah.
on that right side of that offensive line. Somebody got a little too antsy on that.
So they're going to run the clock. It's going to be 3rd down and long, 13 yards for the Wildcats. So they have a little bit to go. Let's see if Taylor, what do you think they're going to try to air it out again?
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be something to the outside, or he may try to air it out.
Taylor back. 5-step drop, moves to the left-hand side. He's got pressure. Tries to elude. He's got that a lot. Oh, and in back going to be a penalty flag thrown. Taylor's still running. However, no matter what happens, they're going to lose yardage on the play because we have a block in the back by one of the linemen for the Wildcats. Probably going to be a decline on the penalty.
Yeah, and I'm looking at number 52 for the Wildcats, Landon Hartman. He's kind of hobbling a little bit out there. One of the players to watch for Big Sandy, so got to be a little concerning. But you know, typical lineman. He's tough. He's not coming off field.
Illegal block in the back for the Wildcats, and they're going to decline the penalty, of course, because it'll be 4th down on the loss. And the punt team's going to come out. And they're going to put somebody back deep for Como-Pickton, trying to see who it is. Como-Pickton has dark black uniforms with blue numbers.
Looks like Cordell Stone, number 4. No,
Good
excuse
punt.
me. Number 3, Christian Munoz, or is that Goodwin, 2?
I believe that's Jeff Valdez is the punter.
I can't see anything from this. That's number 2. That is Quincy Goodwin.
So Goodwin back deep, but he didn't get it. They just let it go down. Valdez makes a great kick for the Wildcats, and now the Eagles are going to come out for their first chance on offense. This is a season, season home opener.
The home opener.
For the Eagles here at Ron Heflin Field in Como-Pickton. Nice little drive for both of us here from the Middle East Texas area down in the Tyler adjoining area.
Nice drive, though.
It was a beautiful drive.
Beautiful
Saw a lot of deer, a lot of Bambi on the road. 1st down and 10. Ball on the 12-yard line. And the ball's on the ground, and it looks like the Wildcats may have picked it up, although one of the Eagles players is saying they got it, and they did. The Eagles pick it up. Grace Case himself dropped the ball. He kept it. He was running the ball and dropped it.
Not the start for the Eagles that they wanted.
No, the loss is going to be about 4 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 14 now for the Eagles. So,
and just looking at both these teams, there is a lot of beef on the front, both sides.
Under center. And the toss out. And he's still running. And I'm trying to see who that is. I believe that's Quincy Goodwin, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Goodwin on the carry. And he makes a fantastic run. Crosses midfield into Wildcat territory, and a good job after that loss on the fumble to get back up. And now is going to be spotted at the 49-yard line as Quincy Goodwin makes a great run for the Eagles.
Yeah, and Big Sandy had a lot of opportunities on that one, a lot of missed tackles, but he took advantage of the over pursuit, cut it back, and made a great gain for a 1st down for the Eagles.
And Goodwin is the starting quarterback for the Eagles. And he was out there on that toss, so he's going to be under center. You don't see under center very much in high school football anymore. It's going to be a handoff up the middle by the Eagles. That's going to be number 5, Balin Gillis. Gillis is going to gain about 5 yards on the play.
Good
And it'll be
power
second
running.
down.
Good power running by Gillis.
Yeah, Gillis did a good job. And I'm trying to see what kind of offense this is. I can't tell. It looks like a wishbone type of an offense. Or actually, I want to say a T, but it's more wishbone. Handoff. Actually, no. That's going to be Goodwin. He's going to keep it. Gain about 2 on the play.
And you wonder what he saw.
Yeah.
I do think that if he would have handed that ball off, unless it was just a call pull, I do think that his back had a little more in the tank on that one.
And Goodwin's going to come out. He's going to go to the sidelines. Diego Martinez is going to step in at quarterback now for the Eagles as they are keeping on pushing. 3rd down and 3. Split backs. Martinez under center, and it's going to be a broken play.
There you go, first down.
It's handed off.
That was a good recovery.
It was. It was a very good recovery. And I believe that's number 24,
Carried by number 24.
Elvis Monteroso. But a first down for the Eagles.
And they're being methodic. They're just driving the ball, running it right down the throat, and looking for cutback lanes because they do have an explosive run game. But
it's a handoff again up to the left-hand side. That's going to be number 5, Balin Gillis. And a good run. Trying to see where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it just shy of the 30-yard line. Probably about a gain of 5. But a flag, I believe, is on the play. Yeah, there's a flag around the area of holding. And we're going to see what the referee calls, and that is going to be called a holding. So that's going to back him up.
A holding penalty against the Eagles. So we'll bring the ball back 5 yards. 10 yards.
So it'll be first down again. Sorry about that. We're trying to get a little foggy on the windows here, so we're opening up some windows in the press box for us to try to be able to see. And a rollout by Martinez.
flag down
Another flag, yeah.
right where they were jockeying for the ball. So interesting to see. Oh, offensive.
Looks like there's a legal player down the field.
Oh, a legal man down the field was what was the call. Whoever installed the windows in this place, I mean,
They don't want you to open them.
they're definitely tough.
So second down and about Tyler on this play.
Yeah, and that you have to wonder how much that running game for the Eagles is kind of wearing down that front line for the Wildcats. I mean, now a little momentum has stopped, but it's going to be real interesting to see what happens.
A man in motion, but it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And I believe that's going to be Gillis again. And he makes a good gain almost back to the original line of scrimmage. But that won't matter because it's going to bring up fourth down.
Oh, nope, third down.
Oh, third down, excuse me. I forgot that flag kind of. I was reading the
Well,
marker across the way.
well, the scoreboard has. Okay, there we go. Third down now,
Okay.
because the marker did initially say fourth, but
We'll get it right eventually, guys.
third down.
And
So, timeout Eagles.
Timeout, Eagles.
so a timeout for Como-Pickton. We're going to take a timeout as well. And we'll be right back. You're watching NETSN Friday Night Football. Don't go anywhere.
Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you'll make, and at Fairway Ford, we're committed to keeping you on the road. Our service technicians are experts in all aspects of every vehicle we put our customers in. And with our mobile service, you can stay safely where you are. Our team comes to you to fix whatever issue you're having. Learn more and book your next appointment at fairwayporthenderson.net.
And we are back at Ron Heflin Field. Trying to get our technical difficulties done, and I think I got it. And we want to thank you for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and go ahead and chat with us. Let us know where you're chatting from and who you're rooting for. And we always like to know and see who we have here watching. And I smell popcorn coming up, wafting up from the crowd. 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles. Goodwin under center. He's going to keep it to the left-hand side. A good gain. He's going to gain about 8 on the play, but not going to quite make it. And this is probably 4-down territory, wouldn't you think, Jason?
Yeah, from pregame, from what I saw, I didn't see. I mean, I'm not saying that their kickers were bad, but I did not see anybody hitting anything from that far out. So
Yeah.
I think we're in 4-down territory.
So we're going to see how they're going to shape up here. Brentley Shep is going to step in. He comes in from the sidelines.
Now, I will say this. If Big Sandy was at this spot, I can see a kick on that one.
Tight formation by the Eagles. Goodwin under center. And he's going to follow and has a blocker. He's going to be down to the 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. Eagles, a great play, 30-yard touchdown run by Quincy Goodwin and the Como-Pickton Eagles.
4th down, don't matter. Quincy Goodwin, he found that seam, and then he didn't even need a cutback lane. He hit it perfectly.
Yeah. He followed his blocker right up in there and just went, excuse me.
I got this.
I got somewhere to go. And the end zone is what it's called. Beautiful play, beautiful execution in that tight formation. Had a wingback that just kicked out and just did a fantastic job. Going for 2 are the Eagles. And Goodwin under center again. And he's going to roll out, have a open receiver. And I believe that's, is that number 12 or 22?
It's the first one's a 1. Well, no, I say that.
No, that's 22.
It's 22.
That's Peyton Hunt. And he gets the 2-point conversion.
Man,
so
I'm blind.
With $2 with 2 minutes 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Como-Pickton Eagles up 8-0 over Big Sandy. We'll be right back. You're watching NETSN. Don't go away. We got a good one. And we are back. And 8-0 is your score. The Eagles are up. And like I said before, we appreciate you watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. We got a good game here going on in Como-Pickton. Big Sandy down by Abe. We've got a lot of game left. So don't count them out. They are a good team, and we're excited to be here. The fans are crowded up on both sides, and we got a kick going. Good one to, that's going to be, oh, he thought he stepped out of bounds as Jitjang takes it about a 10-yard return. And it's going to take it at about, what about the 41-yard line?
Looks about the 41. Yeah. I remember Jitjang from last year. I mean, that's one thing about him. He's very shifty.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot
as
of
a runner.
As a runner. He's got a lot of good sideline awareness. He knows where he's at on the field. So, great cutback. Gained, 3 or 4 more yards just by doing that.
So, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Let's see what they can do on this one. And a little bit of a busted play as Taylor kind of handed off to Lawrence, but Lawrence kind of ran very timidly up to that line. He's kind of tiptoed.
Yeah, I don't know if he thought he was supposed to get the ball or not.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what he was doing, but loss of about 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Wildcats. Taylor coming back to the huddle.
Yeah, I know Coach Pullum will probably have something to say about that one. But
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, I mean, to only lose 1 on a run like that, if he would have been at full speed, he would have probably gained 3 or 4.
And that offensive line, the Wildcats need to kind of hand up a little bit. Man in motion. It's going to be Skylar Hamburg in motion. And Taylor with the throw, and it's going to be short, going to bounce up, incomplete pass. He had an open receiver, and that was number 25, Jitjang, but just couldn't get enough arm underneath it to make the pass. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, now you wonder if it was a comeback route or not. Jitjang had, and realistically, it was a good spot for the pass. It was just he started it off low.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, now we're down 3rd and long.
And not where you want to be as a Wildcat coming off of letting a score. Taylor getting chased from behind again on a blitz. That's number 13, Carlos Estrada. And he breaks through untouched for the linebacker position and makes the sack. So 4th down and long now for the Wildcats. And that's the 2nd time their 2nd drive and in another 4th down position for the 3rd down position for the Wildcats. And Taylor's running for his life.
Yeah, and this is one, you know, we said the other way that it was 4th down or 3rd down in Tyler. This one is probably 4th down in Red River.
Yeah.
They have got to give Taylor a little time in the back to make things happen.
Valdez back to punt. There's the snap. Punt is up. A high end over end punt. It's going to take a good bounce and is going to be caught by Munoz, I believe. And Munoz is going to break a couple of tackles, but he can't break that one. There's about 4 or 5. I think that's Munoz.
No, it looked like a Goodwin.
Or is that Goodwin? Okay. No, I see Munoz now.
Yeah, I was
I
going to say, 'cause
apologize. Quincy Goodwin.
I saw Munoz down here. That's why I was like, yeah, I think that's a good one.
These numbers are extremely hard to read from this far up. And we're doing the best we can, everybody, so we appreciate your understanding. But we get it right eventually. 53 seconds left in the 1st quarter. 8-0, Como-Pickton with the ball. 1st down and 10 from their own 40-yard line, maybe 40 and a hair. Play clock running.
It's a decent hair. It's not my hair.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a decent hair.
I don't have hair. Good one under center. And a flag on the play, and it looks like we're going to have movement on a receiver, according to the umpire. Not a baseball umpire like we're used to.
We had to bring it up.
I know we have to talk about baseball. Jason and I do baseball together, and so we're going to do a lot of football this year, but we are mainly baseball, so sometimes we get into the groove and we accidentally bring up baseball. So we apologize for that. Loss of 5 on the play.
Unless you like baseball.
Yes, and then you'll hear us during baseball season. 1st down and 15 now as the clock is running, 42 seconds.
Ethan Brooks brings him up to the line, big center.
Quincy Goodwin under center, and he's going to roll out after handing it off and going nowhere.
Skylar Hamburg just wrapped him up in the backfield. Great defensive play by the freshman for Big Sandy.
Yeah, Monterosso couldn't go anywhere. He took it and got back to the 35, the line of scrimmage, so 2nd down and 15. They're going to let that run down. We're going to end the 1st quarter, and at the end of the 1st quarter, Como-Pickton leads 8-0 over Big Sandy. Big Sandy offensively not getting anything going. Como trying to get back into the end zone. We'll be right back. You're watching Friday Night Football on NETSN. Don't go anywhere. We shall return.
We would like to thank Christine Vasquez, CPA, LLP LLC, the official accountant of NETSN.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Back at Ron Heflin Field here in Como-Pickton. Your score here starting the second quarter, 8-0. Como-Pickton will have the ball in their own territory at the 35-yard line. And the only score of the game so far is Quincy Goodwin with a good 30-yard touchdown run in the first quarter for the Eagles. Now he's trying to recreate that. A little bit further to go right now, Jason, than he had earlier. But they have the ability, and the Wildcats just not able to answer that yet on the offense side. Only had 2 chances, but still haven't been able to do anything on the offensive side. First down and 10. Or excuse me, first down and 15. Second down and 15. I apologize. Now we got a shotgun formation. Goodwin keeps it, goes to the right-hand side, has an open field, breaks a couple of tackles, gets to midfield, and they're going to spot it right at the 50-yard line and shy of the first down line just by half a yard, and that'll bring up third down.
Yeah, I thought he broke away from the tackle by number 12, Easton Richardson, but Richardson, the sophomore, he kept him wrapped up and just rode him to the ground. Great job by the young player. Still got a couple more years after this season, so as he matures, he should only get even better.
Yeah, and a good job by the offensive line of the Eagles to kick out a couple of defensive players to allow that hole to progress. Under center is Goodwin now. 2 backs behind him. And it's going to be a handoff. Wide open hole. That's going to be Gillis, Balin Gillis. And I do know what offense this is. This is a T formation offense. And so looking at it, because they have a running back behind him and one off to the left. So it is a T formation from what I'm looking at because they got the wing back. That's what I ran in high school. So I kind of recognize the offense.
It's like timeout Big Sandy. I do want to shout out real quick, 63, Sebastian Palacios. Oh, my goodness. Pancake block for days on
Love
that play.
Yeah, love seeing that. Hey, if you are watching, and we got quite a few, but if you are watching, go ahead and chat with us. Let us know that you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from. We had somebody last night. I was in Mount Enterprise for the Mount Enterprise game, and we had somebody from New York watching, New York State.
Awesome.
And so we had a lot of good conversations last night with a bunch of people on chat. Go ahead and chat with us. Let us know who you're rooting for. And so and go ahead and like and subscribe as well. We got a lot of games tonight around the NETSN home area. And so if you're not watching us, or if you are watching us and we go to a commercial, we go to halftime, you can skip on over to another game and then come back and finish this game up here. But call some friends, let them know, hey, you got Big Sandy or Como-Pickton on. You got to come watch us. We got a good game here.
Yeah, and it's one of those deals where this is East Texas.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to have high school football going on, so you can actually pull up all the windows and just switch back and forth and look at everything. Or nowadays, I'm old, so I don't know how to do all this, but I see all these split screens, and, you got some people with 8 screens with 4 games on each one. I mean, the basketball guys do that with the March Madness all the time. So,
and you got to love East Texas football when you can look across the street and see cows just lurking in the pasture, and then look over here and see a football game going on. Yeah. It's going to be a handoff. That's going to be to Monteroso, and he's going to make right at about the first down. Not going to quite make the line to gain. Just shy. No, they're going to give it to him. The marker over here, the referee on this side of the line, gave him that extra yardage he needed, so it's a first down for the Eagles.
Very productive play. I mean, even if it were second down, okay, now you just open up the playbook because
Yeah.
you can do anything. Second and one, you just whatever you want to do.
Right. But you're now 1st and 10, and this is where they were when Goodwin ran that in last time on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, they're in Goodwin range right now.
1st down and 10. And there's a handoff up the middle, a little trap play, didn't work.
Yeah, 52 went in and busted things up, Landon Hartman. So said he was limping earlier, obviously seems to be doing okay.
I believe that was Maddox Garvin on the carry for the Eagles.
And the handoff made me a little nervous. Did you notice that? It
Yeah.
looked like he extended the ball out and upward when he was going for the handoff. Made me a little nervous, but so far, no harm, no foul.
That was that trap play. Didn't I don't think the guard got around as fast as he was supposed to kick out that defensive
big guys,
tackle.
man, sometimes if there's a cheeseburger over there, we might get over there. But
I would get over there. And they're going to go with another play up the middle. That's going to be for Gillis. He's going to gain about 5 on the play, I believe. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 4 to go.
Quincy Goodwin, that was the most nonchalant handoff I think I've ever seen.
Well, I actually thought it went the other direction. It looked to me like he handed it off to Peyton Hunt.
He had a great fake on it and then just kind of stood there, okay, and then just handed it off. Great play. 63, once again, Sebastian Palacios had another defender on the ground.
Yeah.
So far, if I ever have we need a sponsor for a Beef of the Game award for one of these big offensive linemen. So far, he's my pick if we had one.
And Goodwin's going to carry it to the outside and gets the 1st down and about a yard more for the Eagles. A good job to get on the outside. The Wildcats do a good job of closing it in, though, not letting him have that big hole like he did last time. I love that Eagles cry, by the way. That's great.
Yeah, they made him cut back into the defense. Goodwin's just a hard runner, so he's not the easiest person to bring down. But you've got to get him in towards those bigger bodies coming in to make the tackle.
So another 1st and 10. For some reason, they're showing 1st and 20 on the scoreboard, and that's what we're showing. We're hooked up to the scoreboard, but it's actually 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, and I believe that's going to be for Balin Gillis on the carry.
Yeah, strong run. Had a lot of white shirts on him. Still gained, looked like 5.
Yep, going to be a gain of 5 to about the 15-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd down and 5.
I do enjoy looking at the bleachers on both sides. I was a little nervous for Big Sandy early on before the game started because it took them a little bit, but they didn't have anything to do except come watch some good football. So they showed up before game started, and both stands got a lot of fans.
Right. Oh, got movement on the both sides. And I don't know if they're going to call encroachment or they're going to call – because the defensive guy moved first, but we'll see if he crossed the line or what they're going to call. The Eagles taking this time to move some people around. They're going to call it on the offense. They're going to back them up. And that's going to make it 2nd down and 10. Not something they want, Jason.
No, not at all. You never – if that has been the one handicap so far for the Eagles this game is about the time they get near the red zone, they seem to go backwards a little bit. Goodwin bailed them out with that 30-yard run on that 4th down play to give them the 8-0 lead, but you don't want to go backwards when you're around the red zone.
So now 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Goodwin in shotgun formation. Gillis to his right. Little high snap. Goodwin gets it. And that high – he gets away. I thought that was going to get him. He spun around, Gets back to about the 12-yard line. And they're going to spot him at the 15. I thought he got further than that.
Yeah,
The ball made it to the 12.
The ball made it to the 12. But that was another one of those good plays. Jitjang and Richardson both made a good tackle. Now, obviously, secondary players, so you have that 5-yard gain before they get to it, but still great tackling, especially with an explosive runner like Goodwin.
Got a lot of big games going around the East Texas area. We're going to keep track of for you. Chapel Hill is visiting Gilmer tonight. That's a huge game in the East Texas area. 3rd down, 5 to go, and that's going to be a free play for the Eagles, and they're going to capitalize and get a first down. But a flag's going to come down, and let's see what they're going to call. I bet you they're going to go ahead and I would see if they're going to decline it depending on where the ball is going to be spotted. Yeah. Either way, it's going to be a first down.
Yeah, it's first down either way.
Yeah. So they're going to decline the. They're going to spot it at the 10-yard line, which is going to move the chains. Maybe now they're going to discuss it. So while they're discussing it, some other big games in Wildcat Stadium in White House. Kilgore at White House. Another game that we're going to keep an eye on for you. Pine Tree at Van. That's another game. So they're going to keep it, and they are not going to decline that penalty because they're saying that the ball they did not make enough for a first down.
And you know, it's one of those situations where if it had made the first down line, you almost have to decline it just because Goodwin took the wear and tear on it. He wants that 5 yards on his stats.
And so we do have a score, and they're saying it's a final score, and I'm not sure why. Wascom and Hemphill, but I guess they may have played earlier today, and I'm not sure why. But it says 40-6 is the final there in Hemphill. And I'm going to check up on that later on.
So who won it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Wascom.
Wascom
made that win.
I think I picked Wascom, but I was just making sure. Oh, 3rd down. And
so I guess it was 2nd down and 6. I don't know what they're doing down there. They're not really telling us.
Well, good thing. We got it's a poor angle to look at the sticks, too.
Handoff up, or actually, I think it was a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, you know the big beef up front.
Oh,
You know they're proud of themselves when they stand up and signal first down.
So that's going to be a first down and goal. 5:21 left in the first half, as you can tell.
Be first down and goal, right about the 7-yard line.
And the Eagles looking to capitalize and get a score before the end of the first half. Big Sandy Wildcats trying to make a stop. Goodwin under center. Oh. And the ball's on the ground, but Goodwin is going to dive and grab it. Good job to get that recovery. And I hope he didn't hurt himself. He looks like he's kind of holding onto something. He's going to come off the field. Yeah, he's going to come off, and
I think it's his shoulder.
He may have hurt his hand or his shoulder or something, but Goodwin is going to come off the field.
It looked like an awkward attempt at an exchange.
Yeah.
That's the second one. You know, I commented on the one earlier. That looked like the second one. It looked like it just bounced off the back.
And I honestly, just looking at it, I think he got, quote unquote, the wind knocked out of him. He may have landed on the ball and awkwardly.
Yeah, he's down right now. Just looks like he's just trying to catch his breath.
Yeah. That's going to go up the middle for the Eagles, and the pile of drag. Ball's on the ground. The pile was being drug. Flag came in, and I think it's in the area of face mask from where the position of the referee was. That's the only thing I can think of that could come from that.
I don't know. In high school football, is it legal to push the runner?
Yes.
Okay. I just was not sure. You know, all the controversy in the NFL with tush push and all that. I just was not sure. I know back in our day we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Not saying we didn't do that,
Personal foul, face. Yep, that's what I thought. So it's going to be a face mask on Big Sandy. So that's going to be yardage and an automatic first down for the Eagles. So with 3:51 left, that's going to put them at about the 1 yard line and give them first and goal. Not what you want if you're a Wildcat fan.
Not what you want at all, especially with the push this big O line is getting.
And that's going to be a handoff up the middle and a touchdown. I didn't see who got it.
Now they had
Diego Martinez handed it off up the middle, and I believe he handed it off to Gillis, and then Gillis got in there for a touchdown. They do such a good job of masking those handoffs.
And Big Sandy got good penetration.
Yeah, they did.
But quick handoff, great run, I guess, because like I said, it was a great inside handoff. I never saw the ball change.
So they're going to go for 2. And Martinez under center. He's going to hand off to Gillis again, and Gillis is up, and
they signal in.
Did they make the mark? I didn't see the referee.
The line judge on this side signaled.
So the going for 2 got it. So they got 2 more, 16-0. And we're going to take a short break. You're watching high school football Friday night on NETSN. We'll be right back. We're back here in Como-Pickton. The Eagles up 16-0. And Eagles about ready to kickoff to the Wildcats.
I'm sure they wouldn't turn down a kick.
They wouldn't pick off. Wildcats going to try to get a touchdown before the end of the half. And you know that's something they want. And they need to go back and get that ball because they were looking at each other. That's Easton Richardson. Richardson goes back and gets it and loses a lot of yardage. Not where they want to start with their backs that close to their own end zone on the 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
Otto Self was just pumped with that tackle. He come off and just pumped. So right now momentum is definitely on the Eagle side.
Yeah, it's definitely not what they wanted. But I will say Big Sandy does have the ability to make some noise and make some moves. They just need to do it, and they haven't done it. Not as of yet, anyway. 1st down and 10. Taylor in the backfield, man in motion. That's going to be a handoff. And Hamburg going to head to the right-hand side. Round the corner, gain of about 5 on the play. Takes a couple of Eagles with him out of bounds. And a good run. The clock is still running, however, with 3:21 left in the first half. And a 2nd down.
And that was just good, hard running. He looked like he was running with a purpose on that one.
Yeah, he made that corner turn and just took a couple of those Eagle players with him. 2nd down, Taylor in the backfield. Makes the throw. It's tipped. And a good job by the defensive player. Trying to see who that was.
That's 40.
Yeah, that was number 40. Sean Carpenter. He got his big old paw up there and tipped the pass. And I believe we're going to have a timeout called. And I'm trying to see who the timeout's going to be called for, unless it's a referee timeout. Lack of communication by the referee squad is a little bit concerning and confusing tonight. They have not done a very good job of communicating with the press box.
Yeah, I think it's something with the time.
So we're waiting to see what. I know they're wanting something. Okay, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, no.
In my day, when he pumps his arm twice like that, it goes to 40, not 25. But that's just me. There's a throw in the air, and he's got a receiver open, and that's going to be number 4. Jeff Valdez on the catch gets into territory of the Eagles, and a flag is on the play at the end of the play. I think that was after the whistle.
Yeah, that looked like Quentin Strain was the receiver on that
Oh,
number
what?
9.
Are you sure? Is
Yes.
number 9? Okay.
Yeah, number 9, Quentin Strain, and that pass was exactly where Taylor needed to put it. There were 3 defenders there, and nobody but Strain was going to catch that one.
So it was a great catch, whatever it was, but the penalty flag flew in, and you know, Strain had about 3 players from the Eagles side on him. So here we go. Here's the call. Personal foul, face mask on Como-Pickton. So, and that came in after the play, so he's going to get not only the yardage for the catch, but an extra 15 yards for Big Sandy.
And that is what the Wildcats needed. They needed some momentum, especially going into halftime. I don't see them getting 16 points before the half, but
No, but a good 7 or 8 on the board before the halftime going into that locker room would be a little bit better and a little bit better comfort for them coming in to, I mean, they are going to go on defense. Como-Pickton's going to get the ball coming out of half, so they got to have a little something to give that cushion.
timeout, Como-Pickton.
So Como-Pickton's going to take this. So what do you look at, Jason? What are you seeing that Big Sandy needs to do a little bit different on the offensive side of the ball to get some things going?
I think they need to mix it up a little more. I do. Personally, we've seen a lot of their run. They have not established the run yet. Hopefully that pass, that last pass, hopefully will kind of open up the running game just a little. But I would almost do some quick outs, something to open up the run game by using the pass game, because they are a run-heavy offense, and right now that O-line just is not winning the battle enough for that run game to be effective. So now everybody's coming back out. First down, Wildcats. The unsung hero, the young lady with the water. Everybody loves her.
Oh, yeah. That is, you are correct, the unsung hero. Again, we appreciate you watching out there. And if you want to, we'd like for you to. Not a lot of traffic on the chat on tonight, but if you'd like to, go ahead and chat with us. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you.
Ooh.
Oh, and it's a snap over his head, and he's going to go down. Not what you need in this situation.
Definitely not. Christian Munoz just took advantage of that.
And that was Brandon Jijang in at the quarterback position in that situation.
It's just that snap had a lot of mustard on it. That was probably the quickest shotgun snap I've seen this season so far. But, you know, definitely not what the Wildcats needed.
So that's going to be a timeout and an official timeout. And because it's the 2-minute warning in high school football, I don't think you and I have talked about this. You know this is new, right?
Yeah, this is definitely new.
This is a new thing this year. It's a new rule. It's a 2-minute warning at the end of each half. Into the half, into the game. I have said, and I know, and I'm not going to stop saying it because this is just me. If they're going to have a 2-minute warning in high school football, they need a shot clock in high school basketball.
Yes. I'm not even a basketball person, and I will agree with that.
There are too many games in high school basketball where they sit there and they just hold the ball and dribble.
Well,
and it's like, what? No, you should not be able to do that. That's horrible.
Well, they even have pitch clock now, even though there's not an official clock.
Yeah.
They have pitch clock in high school baseball.
Yes. So if you're going to do the 2-minute warnings, which I think is fine, coaches are getting used to it. They're putting it into their game plan, and they're using it to their advantage. It's an extra timeout. So instead of the 3, you really get a 4 timeouts and a half if you want to use it. But in my opinion, you need to start looking. UIL, listen to me. Shot clock in high school basketball. That's just me. Second down, and a long way to go, 25 yards. Jit-Jang back, and he's got the throw. We got a flag on the play. It's going to be picked off by the Eagles. Eagles going to run back. I can't see who that is. I think it's number 2. It's Goodwin. But a flag is on the play back where the throw took place, and it was going to be a hold, which means it's not going to matter on the offensive side of the ball. But that was Quincy Goodwin on the interception.
Yeah, he's making his presence known everywhere.
And so that flag is on the offense. And so the penalty is going to be declined, and the interception is going to stand. Turnover, and Como-Pickton will get the ball at midfield.
And I hate to do this. I mean, I don't want anybody to think I'm picking on Brandon, but we say Jit-Jang. There are 2 Jit-Jangs on the field.
Yes, there
Brandon
are.
was the quarterback on that play. Then you have Evan, who is the wide receiver defensive back. Just a bad situation for Brandon. I didn't want to point that out just because he threw an interception. But,
right.
But there are 2 brothers, and both of them are really good athletes.
Yeah, they're very good athletes. But it concerns me because where is Jonathan Taylor? Is he injured? Is he on the sides? I'm looking on the sideline, and I don't.
I see him.
Is he sitting down? Is he the one sitting down?
No, he was standing up. He's about at the. He's in the group over by the first down marker.
Well, that's going to be the final timeout, I believe, for Como-Pickton. And we're going to take a short break ourselves. We'll be right back. You're watching Friday Night Football on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
And when they come out of the timeout, it's going to be first down and 10 for the Eagles of Como-Pickton right at midfield. And your score here with 1:48 left in the first half, 16-0, as the Eagles have the lead. And the Wildcats, Big Sandy, just can't get anything going offensively as Aretha Franklin is serenading the fans here on both sides. Good fan base as the crowd is dancing here on the home field side. Trying to look across the field, got a big the stands are full on that side over there as well, and it's not a short drive.
No, it's not.
We're going to try to keep you updated with scores. Stick around for the halftime show and where the bands are going to come out. Here is a shotgun formation. And that's Martinez, and it's going to be out of bounds throw.
Led him just a little too far.
Diego Martinez is in there for Goodwin. And you're right, just let him a little bit too on the outside. That's going to stop the clock at 1:40.
And, of course, I'm looking for Goodwin. Probably getting him a little break.
Well, also don't forget he got hurt on the last drive at the very end. I believe he had a little I thought he got the air knocked out of him, but he may have had a little bit more. And I think he's getting looked at on the field right now.
He is split. He's in the slot to the left of the quarterback.
No, I know he did. He made that interception, but he is out there. Martinez on the carry, gets chased down, and he
Well, I don't know why there's no
I don't
on
know
that
either.
one.
That was a 100% offensive pass interference. We have an injured player down for the Wildcats. And so with that, we're going to take a short break. And as they attend to that player. We'll be right back on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back. That was number 55, Brennan Ferentz. And got a little, probably wind knocked out of him as well, as he was actually on Martinez as Martinez threw the ball. And sometimes you can just land wrong.
Yeah, because he was stretched out. He had Martinez around the pad area, and you know you come down in all kinds of positions when you're not in full control.
So it's going to be third down and 10 for the Eagles. And they got away with a huge penalty that was not called. And like I said, we don't have a dog in the fight, but they got away with one. Good one back under center. And it's going to be a little handoff to the receiver. And he almost had wide open field. That was Kaysen Self. But he gets a first down for the Eagles. And he had a lot of green grass, but a good job by the defense to kind of snatch that up.
Yeah, now we're in a hurry up.
Minute 19. No more timeouts for Como-Pickton. And that's a handoff, I believe. That's number 24. And that's going to be Elvis Monteroso.
Elvis wants to lead the building so bad.
Gain of 2 on the play. So it's 2nd down and 8. 56 seconds left in the first half. 16-0 is the Eagles' lead. Goodwin under center. He's going to hold on to the ball, but does not. Oh, he breaks the tackle. I was going to say he doesn't make it on that. He goes out of bounds to stop the clock. But a flag on the play, and that comes in late after. And I think we might have had some extracurricular activity. At the risk of jinxing us, Jason, and last season.
I know where you're going.
Yeah. So Jason and I did a lot of games last year, but last season, and it looks like they're going to are they kicking a guy out?
Probably. I think it was a stomp is what I saw
And number 56, Bentley Hodge, is the player that's going off the field right now. And the umpire is heading over, and the referee is talking to Coach. He was a stomp. He's saying the referee made the.
Yeah, that's the motion I saw the referee make. And if it did happen, I mean, the freshman's got to learn to control his emotions. I know it's frustrating, but he's got to control that.
So if we are correct, Bentley Hodge has been removed from the game for unsportsmanlike conduct. Now, we will wait on the official call.
Does this actually
personal foul against Big Sandy?
Yep, he has been ejected from the game.
Now, let me ask you this. Was this part of the jinx from the point you were just making?
I believe so. So last year, for those of you who don't know, Jason and I did a few games last year, and it seemed that every time we did a game, a fight erupted. We did probably, 4 games, and in every single game, literally a fight. Not a
shoving
scrap.
and arguing.
I'm talking like bench clearing type fight. It was interesting. And so we were actually called the UFC announcers for a while by our colleagues, and so it was quite an interesting feat. They're trying to get the clock back. So they're going to update the clock. I think the time needs to be adjusted.
Yeah, I think they're working to give it.
So here we go. We got a first down and 10 after the penalty. And it's going to be handed off up the middle. And I believe that's going to be Gillis. And a hurry-up offense here with 28 seconds left. And they're going to clock it.
I still hurry up offense. Now, granted, not this play. The spike is cool, but just the nonchalant, the fakes that Goodwin does. You really never know which way the ball's going.
Right.
He is really good at that.
And he does a very good job of hiding the ball and tucking it in. It's very interesting to watch, especially and it's very hard on a defensive side, I imagine, because of the fact that he's coming from under center.
Yeah.
So, and they're not used to that. We said it earlier. Usually, and right now he's in the shotgun formation, but usually that's where they're used to. They're not used to under center. There's the snap. Goodwin goes to the right-hand side, finds an open hole. He's up the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. With 14 seconds left in the first half, the Eagles get into the end zone one more time.
And that was definitely a designed run. You saw him adjust his running back right beside him, told him to take another half step out, gave him just enough room and to find that crease. Beautiful run, great play calling. They're just taking advantage of what they've got with the mobile quarterback.
So they're going to go for two again. And I'm guessing that's just due to the lack of running game. Or not running game, kicking game.
Kicking game.
They have a running game. You had said running game.
Yeah, it happens.
It's been a long day. I had a game last night and I have a game tonight. It's just, man, my brain's just not functioning. Here's the 2-point and a
72 saw a food truck.
Yeah, he saw the Kona ice truck over there and thought it was halftime already.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man.
Nope, man. I would do it too.
Because if there's a taco truck over there, I would be at it.
Oh yes, I agree. And during halftime, I may have to find a taco truck myself. So they're going to try it again. They're going to back them up first. Then they'll try that 2-point conversion again. I'm going to look for some scores.
So, yeah, good thing I saw was
And another penalty and another backing up because they jumped off sides again. The coach threw – one of the coaches on the sidelines threw his headset. And we understand the frustration. 14 seconds still left. Back it up again for the 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion went from 3 yards to what?
We're at
13 yards.
We're at the 13. And after the first one, I saw the running backs and the receivers dapping up the offensive lineman who was guilty of the infraction. They're trying to make him feel better. I don't know if that happened again because I don't know who did it, but. Oh, Lord, we did it again.
And did it again. And
the coach is probably going to want to just go to the locker room.
And they're bringing in new players to basically just say, don't move.
Snap the ball, run for your life.
Just don't move. You're up 22-0, and 4 times in a row, you jump off sides. So here we go again.
Oh, we're kicking. We're kicking now.
He just decided.
We are kicking it.
He basically just decided, here's what we're going to try. So that's number 18, Kevin McDaniel. And the kick is up. It's got, it had the height. Oh, he got it.
It snuck over.
It snuck through. And he is so happy.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
That is the happiest guy on the field right now.
He's like, yeah, let's not go for 2 anymore.
He's like, look, Coach, I got it.
Love it.
And who is that number 10?
Is that Castillo? Was that Edwin
Was
Castillo?
that number 10?
I think it was.
That was number 10, Edwin Castillo. Again, these numbers, that is the happiest man on the field right now. And he's going out to kick. He's going to think he can kick it all the way from there now.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good.
So while they're setting up, we got some scores from across East Texas. Tyler Legacy and Tyler High are playing right now. It's in the second quarter. Tyler Legacy up 27-0. And Marshall Longview playing right now. Marshall is up 7-0 over Longview in the first quarter. Lufkin Nacogdoches playing. And Lufkin up 14-0 over Nacogdoches in the first quarter there as well. Brownsboro trailing Jacksonville 14-7. Kilgore up over White House 14-0 in the first quarter right now, and we'll get more a little bit later. There's the kick. It's going to go to the sidelines. A good catch. And a return is coming, but he gets hit out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It was a good little smack. And they're still on a high. The Eagles are still on a high from that field goal that they got.
Diego Martinez was pumped on the hit.
We got another score. Crandall up over Hallsville right now, 10-0 in the first quarter. And Bullard trailing Caddo Mills 7-0. Wills Point over Venus 14-0. And Livingston over Needville 7-0. And those are all first quarter scores. Van up on Pine Tree 14-7 right now. And another flag. They are flag happy.
I think the flags may be burning in their pocket or something. They just had to get them clear.
Might be.
Well.
So it's going to be on the offense. 14-6. Sulphur Springs over Greenville right now. In the second quarter. And so I believe it's illegal man on field or illegal substitution, I believe. We're going to try this again. First down and 15 now for the Wildcats. 11 seconds in the first half. And it's going to be handed off. That's going to go to Lawrence. Lawrence trying to find a hole, and it doesn't. They're going to call a timeout with 5 seconds, and they didn't stop the clock in time, and they're going to put 6 seconds back on the clock.
It's going to be second down at about 13.
So a gain of 2 on the play. Second down, 13 to go for the Wildcats after the timeout. Pardon me. Don't forget we have the halftime performances by the bands coming up in just a little bit.
Did Big Sandy's band travel? I saw a bus pull up, and I thought it might be them, but I have not seen their band. I've seen them at home.
Right.
I mean, they've got a great band.
Yeah, they do.
But
I don't know. I don't see them in the stands over there. So I'm not sure, and we don't see them anywhere. So I don't know. It may just be the Como-Pickton band. But nonetheless, we have a halftime show for you. And that'll give us a short break. And then we'll be able to give you some there's the band area right there that nobody's at the stands.
Yeah.
So it'll be second down and about 13 with 6 seconds left. And this should be the last play of the half because neither side has a timeout. There's the snap. Throw to the outside. Going to be a little bit razzle-dazzle. And they're going to try to do a throw for a receiver. And no, that didn't work. Number 23 was there. That's Maddox Garvin with the stop. And that's the end of the first half. with your score 23 to nothing over Big Sandy right now. So stay tuned for the halftime, and Jason and I will be back right after that. Don't go anywhere. Invite your friends. You're missing a good one. We'll be back.
Please welcome to the field the Como-Pickton varsity cheerleaders. Now introducing junior and captain Faith Gilbreth. Junior captain Kimber Thomas. Junior captain Mia Garcia. Junior Marcy Hernandez. Junior Journey Brumley. Junior Zoe Phillips. Sophomore Jalen Gillis. Sophomore Brawley Moon. Sophomore Aubrey Gaspar. Sophomore Abby Williams. Freshman Madison Childress. Freshman Abby Garcia. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime enjoyment, it is my pleasure to present the mighty, mighty Eagle Marching Band. This year, the band is under the field direction of drum majors Adriana Enriquez and Kaylee Lavender. Section leaders include Miranda Holguin, Sean Carpenter, Carson Roberts, Ethan Brooks, Jeremiah Hammond, Elvis Monterroso, and Jackson Jones. Band member of the week is Rosin Amador. Tonight, the band will perform in the first half of their show entitled Thunder Us, which includes Thunder by Imagine Dragons and Imminent Storm by On the Field Music. Drum major Adriana Enriquez, is your band ready? You may begin your performance for the great fans of Eagle Nation. Hands together for your mighty Eagle marching band. Great job.
Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
He's going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your teams,
Ford breaks the tackle. Oh my gosh.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the filter.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
We would like to thank Christine Vasquez, CPA, PLLC, the official accountant of NETSN.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you'll make, and at Fairway Ford, we're committed to keeping you on the road. Our service technicians are experts in all aspects of every vehicle we put our customers in. And with our mobile service, you can stay safely where you are. Our team comes to you to fix whatever issue you're having. Learn more and book your next appointment at fairwayfordhenderson.net.
And we are back after half, and Como-Pickton's already on the field, ready to receive, so they're about ready to play. Big Sandy just now lining up. They just did their little warm-up. And, excuse me, so the referee's on the field. And I guess Big Sandy's band did not come today. I don't know if they just didn't want to make the trip or something happened. It is competition season, and so they may be just getting ready for a competition. I'm not sure. Here come the Big Sandy Wildcats.
And, too, nowadays you worry about, budgets. I mean, everybody's got to worry about that. I get it. And, love seeing the Big Sandy band, but, you got to understand if they can't.
It is a bit of a travel. It was an hour and a half for us to get up for us to get up here. Maybe a little longer for you. You're a little bit further out than I am. But we're about ready to start the second half. The Eagles of Como-Pickton up 23-0 over Big Sandy. And Jason, what do you think was going on in that Big Sandy locker room over half?
I imagine it started off quiet, but I imagine the coaches got kind of loud. Big Sandy's just got to find some rhythm. They have not looked like they've been really in sorts at all. About the time that they have a good play, something, I'm not calling the kids this. I want to make that very clear, but just something stupid happens.
Yeah.
And, so.
Just what I call a comedy of errors.
Yeah, I mean, just stuff that shouldn't happen that takes away any momentum they may have built.
Right.
So they've just really got to get consistent, and I think they need to make a stop and then drive down the field.
Yeah. And hopefully they can do that. And they do a really quick, fancy, dancy little kick there. Doesn't quite work. And I believe that's Martinez who takes the ball, number 11, gets into Wildcat territory. And Como-Pickton's in good field position to start off the game.
Yeah, they took a chance. The Wildcats took a chance, see if they could catch them off guard, and they did. But just great running by Martinez. Diego found the corner, and now it's 1st and 10 in Wildcat territory.
And I've seen that a lot this season, a lot of that run-up quick, fake, all that kind of good stuff. I haven't seen it before. I don't know if it's something new that everybody's trying. It's kind of unusual, but it is happening. So.
Yeah, and Como-Pickton, they feint it every kickoff. They do it every time if you watch them line up. So I'm sure it's their goal to show us again here shortly.
1st down and 10, Goodwin. And we got a flag on the play everywhere. Goodwin loses it on the bad snap, and I think it was going to be a free play anyway, as I think movement happened. And illegal substitution on Wildcats. And they're going to move it up.
And that's kind of what I'm talking about, just out of sorts.
And that's the second illegal substitution that they've had. Or I don't think it's illegal substitution. I think it's too many men on the field.
Yeah, they just.
Yeah, that's too many men on the field.
As soon as something good happens, it just seems like the bottom just drops right out from under them.
Yeah, and it's just. I mean, you and I have watched them. They're a good football team. It's just, it just seems like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Excuse me, handoff up the middle. That's going to be, I believe, Gillis. And he makes a good drive. And a 1st down for the Eagles.
Yeah, and the crowd obviously reacted to him running. I mean, there's no other way to put it. He ran over Quentin Strain on that play.
Yeah, he ducked his head and gave just as good as he got.
But I will say this, one thing, Strain, okay, yeah, he ended up on his back, but the runner did not go much farther. He didn't just keep running and gain another 10 yards. He made sure he kept him right where he was at.
So another 1st down play, another handoff over to Gillis. He doesn't get it. The ball hits the ground, but I believe that they're going to say the ground caused the fumble. And the whistle blew before the ball came out. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 10 as Gillis gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, and I guess this has gotten to be the standard now where you've got the one player that runs off and gets the play from the coach. I miss the days of hand signals. I just do. I mean, you know, we talk baseball. You talk about pitch comm and all that.
Well, but this is how, I mean, again, these must be some old school coaches at Como-Pickton because this is how we did it when I played football. The tight end or a receiver brought in the play. You went under center, except on that one was not under center. It's a good one pass to the outside, and that's going to be the number 1, Kaysen Self, and he's going to gain about, looks like, 7 on the play. It's going to be second down. No, third down and 3.
And he broke a tackle, almost broke 2, but Skylar Hamburg kept him wrapped up, just drove his legs, kept him out, pushed him out of bounds. But yeah, to go back, I mean, we had some, you know, I went to at the time 2A school.
Right.
And so smaller school. And we had some, when we had enough players, yeah, if we had enough receivers to where we were swapping them out every play, they would do that. But a lot of times, you know, the line, there was just us. So we took what we could get from the sideline.
Yeah. Here we go. Third down, 3 to go. Goodwin's on the keeper to the outside. Flags everywhere. Laundry all over the field. It looks like a teenager's bedroom out there. And not sure what's going to happen, but everybody saw it. We're going to wait and see what happens. If it stays, and it's going to be holding, so it's going to come back. I was going to say if it stays, it'll be a first down, but it's not. They're going to back him up. So a good run by Goodwin is going to be negated by a holding penalty on the offense, and that's going to back him up for another third down play.
And I saw down in the secondary, you had number 9, Quentin Strain for the Wildcats, and number 10, Edwin Castillo. They were tied up, just good aggressive blocking. I mean, it was already a run play, so, I mean, they were, you know, Castillo was blocking, but it was spirited blocking. But at the end, when everything stopped, both of them threw their hands up and was like, no, we're not. We're not.
So third down, 13 to go. Goodwin makes the handoff, and that's going to be number 1, Kaysen Self, who gains maybe a yard, if that. Let's see how much they're going to give him. They give him 2 yards, actually.
Well, he ran for about 12.
Yeah.
He was chopping his feet.
Well, they faked. It was really more. It was a design play. You know, Self is the kind of the tailback on the outside. He's more of a split back, but he came across. It was designed on a trap, fake the trap, and then bring him across. And he just didn't. They didn't fall for it this time on the defense. Good job by the Wildcats.
And how much you want to bet Castillo was like, hey, I can kick it. I can kick it.
Twins to the left. Goodwin is going to hand off again to Self. Self going to find a lane to the outside. He gets to the 10 and is taken down at about the 7-yard line. A good job on that run. He finds the hole. He is finally drugged down, however, by Brantley Shep, number 12 on the defense, but not before an Eagle first down and a first and goal territory for the Eagles from their own 7-yard line.
And I think this is where Como-Pickton has established themselves. They've done everything. I mean, you know, when you're first and goal, you know, obviously they run the ball really well, but they can throw it out in the flat really quick.
And a handoff up the middle on the trap play, and no go on that. I think they lost maybe a yard on that play.
And as I said, throwing it out in the flat, they were in pretty much a jumbo package. Everybody was in on the interior line. So
Jose Sanchez, number 55, was in on that stop. And that's a big old boy. I don't think you can go anywhere with that one.
No, they definitely fed him.
A couple of times. Kind of like me. Looks like me down there.
That's probably why we're out of fries.
Yeah, probably. They got cheese sticks, though. Second down. Goodwin up the middle on the handoff. That, I believe, is going to be Gillis. And he's going to get up to about the 1-yard line. So it's going to be a third down and goal from the 1. Quick offense there. Handoff, flag on the play. Goodwin's going to keep it, go to the end zone, but a flag is down in holding territory. They're going to call the touchdown, but we're going to wait and see what they're going to call. It's actually in face mask territory, I believe. And they're going to call a too many men on the field. They're going to deny it. Touchdown, Como-Pickton.
Coach Pullum is going to, I'm going to say this nicely, probably lose his mind over this game.
Now, I don't think they do this anymore. But when you and I play, and I don't know if y'all did it when you played, but
hey, we got a field goal happening to get extra point.
Okay, because this was exciting. Okay, this is number 10, Edwin Castillo. This kid was probably the most excited on the field when he made that. I don't even remember how far it was.
It's probably a 30-yard extra point.
So here we go. Snap is down. Kick is up. It is
good.
The kick is in there.
Little tall.
And Castillo once again with the extra point. Or was that? Yeah, that was Castillo. Yep.
He's probably
he
ran
did it again. Look at him. Love it.
They get high little knees just a little lighter right
he
now.
high stepping all the way, and coach giving him a little chest bump there. I love seeing that. Great job by Castillo. But anyway, we was telling you when I was playing, a game like this, I was afraid to come in early Saturday morning.
Oh Lord!
Because you knew after film and after lifting weights, you was about to run. And you were gonna run a lot.
I don't even know if we ever made it to the weight room. We watched film, and you knew the game was the film was gonna take probably twice as long as a normal game, because they were gonna point out every little thing, and then you were gonna run for every little thing that happened.
Oh man, it just I remember it. I have nightmares. It's like flashback. PTSD, whatever you want to call it. So the Eagles up 30-0 here. 6:55 left in the third quarter. And Big Sandy has number 22. You're going to tell me who that is. Mine doesn't have number 22
he's
on
15 on the roster that we got. That's
so Aiden Hodge.
Okay,
I'll mark that. I didn't know that. Thank you. So 22 is Aiden Hodge. He's back deep to receive.
Well, did you notice they ran up at the ball?
Yep. And almost every team that I've done this season has done that. So here we go. Castillo with the kick. Deep kick. Going to go to number 12. And that's going to be Easton Richardson. Richardson is going to try and get something. Got some extracurricular going on again, and there it is.
There we go.
And that's gonna be on. It should be on. Well, there's another one.
There's everybody.
Yeah, that's gonna be. It was gonna be on just Como-Pickton. That's gonna be on Coach. That's gonna be on Jamori Pullum, number 3. You recognize the name. But he decided to get on the sideline there and do something close to the referee. I don't know if he bumped the referee on accident, but he got excited and may have said something. I don't know.
I'm sure it was something said.
But I do know it was now Como-Pickton players were throwing some people around, but so were both. Both were frustrated. Both were throwing. And so I would imagine that both teams will get penalties. They'll be offsetting, but warnings will happen on both teams. I think they're giving it right now. So they're doing warnings for both teams. So they're going to do personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. Yep, it's going to offset. We called it.
Be sportsmanlike conduct against both teams, penalty will be offset.
Yeah, so, and it's starting to get a little chippy, and it's a 30-0 score. Big Sandy's going to be chippy.
Yeah.
They're frustrated. They're a better team than what they're showing.
Well, and it does. The frustration does sit in, and both of these teams are very well coached. And but again, and I said it last night. We were talking to Conrad last night, and I said, but we do have to remember, these are kids.
Yes.
And they don't always make the best decisions sometimes, unfortunately. Here we go, 1st and 10 And a little bit of a break on the play there. Taylor trying to find an outlet. And he finds the outside. He's going to run to the sidelines, tries to break out. And a good job by Goodwin to run him to the out of bounds. Excuse me, gain of maybe 4. So Taylor turns a loss of 8 to a gain of 4. And that's going to be a good play by the Wildcats.
Yeah, and if Goodwin's not there, that's 6 points for the Wildcats. Taylor was making something happen. The Eagles defense did a great job of stretching that play out, and he just turned against the grain and almost found the hole.
Yeah, he does a good job on that broken play because he turned, nobody was there. He turned to make that handoff, nobody was there. So, and a free play is going to happen, and they're actually going to blow it dead. And maybe somebody was unabated to the quarterback.
No, they're calling false start.
False start against Big Sandy, the 5-yard penalty.
So they're going to do a false start, back him up.
Facing back to the original.
So the run is basically negated there by Taylor. So second down and around 10 to go. Maybe 11. Yeah, they got 11 on there.
About 10 and a half. They just rounded up.
Taylor in the backfield. He gets the snap. He's going to run it up to he tried to run it up the middle. Didn't find anything. Now he finds something to the left-hand side. He has an open field. He is about midfield, and he gets hit out of bounds, and there's the flag. And he was pushed out of bounds. He kind of gave himself up, and he was hit. Does a good job of getting away. One of the Eagle players.
That's our kicker.
Flew into the table, and we hope that he's okay. He flew over the table.
Yeah, I think that
and
is.
And he wasn't
Castillo.
in on the play. I think he came in and avoided the hit after it, but it was another player that hit him, and that's a personal foul, late hit by the Eagles. It was not the player that actually hit. It was not Castillo. Castillo tried to avoid the hit. I think it was another player. I couldn't get the number. But unfortunately, Castillo probably got the wind knocked out of him. It's probably a little scary going over that table.
Yeah, anytime the table gives and you're out of control. I mean, I talk like I've been through a bunch of tables, but I've been through one, and one's a little too many.
Well, I'm a fat man, and I've sat in a couple of uneasy chairs and fallen through and broken a few. So I know a little bit about that feeling because you don't know what's going to happen. So, but Castillo is moving around and just taking it easy, getting a little water. So good to see him at least up and moving around. They're kind of checking on him a little bit, and we always like to see that players are moving, so we don't want any injuries. We don't like that at all.
Now, we want to see him kick.
Yeah, I love that energy. He has energy, let me tell you. First down and 10 after the penalty. Taylor, handoff. Up the middle, ball's on the ground, and I think it was supposed to be a handoff. And the Eagles are going to recover on the fumble. And so a turnover after positive yardage by the Wildcats. And again, like we've talked about, nothing seems to be turning the Wildcats' way tonight.
I can't tell if the running back thought he was pulling the ball or if he tried to pull it after the running back thought he had it, but the ball squirted straight out, and it's just mental errors right now. And I mean, yeah, they're, like we said, they're kids.
And Hodge kept running. He kept going forward like he was going to block. So I don't think he thought that the play was coming to him.
Yeah.
So it was a broken play, and again, just something that happens, and you hate to see that. 5:58 in the third quarter, first down and 10 for the Eagles. Man in motion. Goodwin with the handoff up the middle. I think that was Gillis on the carry, and gain of none. And we're going to have a timeout by the referee's injured player. And one of the linemen, a little bit slow to get up, but unfortunately because they blew the whistle, he's got to come out.
Yeah.
That's going to be number 51. Well, I don't have a 51. Do you have a 51 on your oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong roster. Well, I don't have a 51 there either.
mistaken, he can.
No, I do not.
So if you know who number 51 is, chat with me and let me know. But he's up and at him. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. And unfortunately, when they call that timeout for an injury timeout, you've got to go out for at least one play. Second down, 10 to go. No gain on that last play. Goodwin under center. Man in motion, handoff up the middle again for Gillis. He's going to break a little bit. Actually, that's not Gillis. That's going to be Self.
Run by number 1.
Self's going to break away.
Yeah, and I thought Hartman had him in the backfield. He had him, Self kept his legs moving, and I still thought Hartman had him. But he just stepped right out of it, turned a tackle for no gain into a 7-yard run.
And Self in that slot receiver position. That slot receiver is not really a receiver. It's a receiver / running back position. And he comes across. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper by Goodwin. He's just going to carry and gain a 10-yard gain just on his own, and a first down plus more, obviously. And he gets across field into Wildcat territory with 4:01 left in just the third quarter here in Como-Pickton.
Well, if you look at that front line for the Big Sandy Wildcats, you had one ejected. You had one that just came off with a looked like an injury of some sort. They've just been getting kind of beat to death, so they're starting to just try to ram it down their throats and just finish off what's left of that offensive or defensive front.
Yeah, they're doing two things. They're doing that, yes, and they're controlling the clock and just running the game. Goodwin's going to keep it to the outside. He's got Self in front for a blocker. Goodwin breaks one, cuts up the sidelines, and he's going to step out of bounds. I thought he did. He stepped out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Yeah, I thought he did. Coach is not happy about that. Como-Pickton's coach is kind of he
did.
He's not mad, but he wanted to plead his case.
He's like, why did you even look at that?
Yeah, he's like, come on, man, come on. It was if he stepped out of bounds, it was just a little bit, and he did. He tight-roped it. Goodwin tight-roped it, but it was a great play and very well drawn out. Goodwin came to the outside. Case himself was out there blocking and just kicked that block out, and Goodwin cut up, but unfortunately when he made that cut, the sideline was there, and his foot just slipped. And when you're playing on grass, which is what they're playing on, it looks like it has more give. And the ball's on the ground. Goodwin picks it up and does a great job, drops to the ground instead of trying to run it out, because at that time he had Aaron Smith and I believe another player. I couldn't get the number on him, but Aaron Smith was on him. And it's going to be a timeout by the Eagles. 2:05 left. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back at Como-Pickton on NETSN. We'll see you in a minute.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Back here at Ron Heflin Field on the campus of Como-Pickton High School. Beautiful facility here, and I know it was hit by a storm, I believe back in 2022. They had a full year, I think, or two where they did not have any home games because the field was hit by a tornado. And so it's a beautiful facility. They have a good little field house back there. Handoff up by sorry, it's a heck of a hit. Gillis does it again. Gillis is just a punisher. He's what I call a good old fullback type of runner.
Yeah, and Quentin Strain is still down.
Yeah, we have an injury timeout.
And he's the one who took the brunt of Gillis's wrath, I guess you could say. I mean, but, you know, Strain's down. You hate to see that, but he is also one of those players that's been around every play. I mean, the kid's got heart. The kid is a workhorse for this Wildcat defense.
So while they're attending to him, we're going to give you some scores from around the area. Tyler Legacy over Tyler High right now at halftime, 34-0. Marshall is down 7-17 is down to Longview 17-7 at halftime. Nacogdoches losing to Lufkin right now, 28-7 halftime score. Brownsboro losing to Jacksonville 27-14 at halftime. Kilgore whooping all over White House right now, 42-0 in the second quarter.
Wow.
I thought White House would give a little bit. It's still early in the game, but we thought we'd do a little bit better. Mount Pleasant, this is a good one. Mount Pleasant Lindale tied at 21 in the second quarter there in Lindale. Let's see, what else we got? Caddo Mills leading Bullard 21-7 at halftime. Wills Point leading Venus 21-0. That's a halftime score. Rusk is, Mount Vernon leading Rusk right now, 26-15. That's a second quarter score. Kaufman leading Athens right now, 21-0. That's a halftime score. Center leading Spring Hill, 34-7. That's a shocker in the third quarter. I thought it would be closer. Pittsburgh all over DeKalb right now, 21-8 halftime score. Canton all over Waxahachie Life, 20-0 at halftime. And Gilmer up on Chapel Hill right now, 20-7 in the second quarter.
Ooh.
And that's one that we're going to watch as well. 15-0 Jasper over Palestine at the half. Let's see, Van 24-7 over Pine Tree right now at the half. And Henderson leading Liberty Ilu, which is strange, 14-0 in the second quarter. And then Sulphur Springs over Greenville right now, 42-12. That is also a halftime score. We're going to keep up with those scores all over East Texas throughout the rest of this game, keeping a big eye on the Kilgore-White House game, which looks like Kilgore's all over it right now, but a big one on the Gilmer-Chapel Hill game. Chapel Hill is a big favorite this year in that district. They have a lot of big players this year. They lost a couple last year, but a lot of big defensive players coming back, so we're going to keep an eye on that one. Here come the Eagles up to the line. Goodwin under center, and he's going to hand it off to Gillis. Gillis finds a hole, gets to the 10, and a little bit further, dragging a couple of players with him. Goes out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. They're going to post him up at the 8, however, which is weird because he went out of bounds at the 6. But I guess they're going to say forward progress, even though he was going forward. Not sure about that call, but that's where they're going to put him.
Right at the 9-yard line.
A minute 3 left in the third quarter. And the band getting ready for the fight song, as we can hear on our we have a good boom mic outside for the crowd. Clock running down, 50 seconds. Here's the handoff. Gillis once again up the middle, trying to get somewhere, gets to the 5-yard line, taken down by a plethora of Wildcats. Too many to try to name. I can't find out who's under the pile. My boy Jason might be looking.
Hey, I saw number 12.
Okay.
So we're gonna shout out Easton Richardson on that.
So they're gonna Como-Pickton's gonna come to the sidelines. They're gonna let the clock run out since the game clock is lower than the play clock, and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. We're going to head to the fourth quarter here in Como-Pickton. We'll be right back. You're watching Friday Night Football live from Como-Pickton in East Texas on NETSN. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We got a good one.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
He's going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your your teams,
Ford breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Big ripping of the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
We are back to start the fourth quarter. Como-Pickton knocking on the door. And I guess they're walking back. What's going on?
Huh.
Not sure what's going on. Oh,
They just called ball game?
I guess they did. I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on a second. So I just asked around. There is lightning coming. I guess there's a storm, and they got together and called the ball game. And so the final here in Como-Pickton is the Eagles of Como-Pickton 30, Big Sandy 0. And so just like that, this game is over, Jason.
Yeah,
there is a huge storm coming.
I just pulled up the weather.
Oh,
and
wow.
there-
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
definitely didn't know this was coming.
All right, y'all. Well, because of that, we're going to go ahead and start packing up and get out of here before the storm hits. And so, hey, we appreciate you watching. Final score, 30-0. Como-Pickton with the win. Sorry to rush off, but we got to get out of here before this storm hits.
For
'cause
real.
it's a-coming. Hey, guys, be safe. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you on the flip side. And we are out of here. Thanks for watching.